winner sees all. Who's ready for some plague zombies? There's going to be a lot of plague zombies. Yes. Druski, I see you. Druski, I see you. I see you, seeing me, seeing you. It's no word of a lie, I can actually see you. Yep. You have a baseball hat on. I'm not lying. That is not the sound of clickety-clack. That is something different. Come on now. Here we go. MiniWarGamer Dave here from MiniWarGaming.com. Welcome, Wargamers, to the Shrine of Chaos, the second one of 2014. Today's going to be a very special show. Why? Because, see this thing behind me, behind my right shoulder? That's going to be given away in this show. That's not basing supplies. That is also going to be given away in this show. Later on in the show, this is good for anyone in this hobby. Except for Tau players. But this here is a piece of Nurgle terrain. Why Nurgle? It's because it's Reign of Chaos time. That is the content that is being produced by this individual that you see before your face. That's all. So, had this made a number of years ago. One of the Chaos cultists that were here in the office made this, along with 2 other pieces of Nurgle terrain, sweet sauce, and one more in the back. That's just a little one. I'm going to be giving these away today, and the reason why is because there needs to be some love of Nurgle terrain out there in the... I can't say some of the words that come to mind. Look at this. This is the Shrine of Chaos. It is Nurgle facing right now. You're going to see a lot of Nurgle. Just let me tell you, okay? Today we're talking about plague zombies. We're talking about some of these guys right here. Some of these guys right here. And before I get into the rest of the whatever that this show is going to become, because in the warp, you never know what to expect, I'm just going to have to give you a little bit of a history on these guys. I got to do it, okay? I got to do it because I love it. I just love it so much. So strap in for some overview of the plague zombie. The plague zombie is one of the many foul contagions spread by the followers of Nurgle. It is a combination of a chaos infection and a physical malaise. The plague degenerates those it infects, although a portion of the victim's life essence is retained by the body even after physical death has occurred. The disease is a spiritual contagion as much as a physical one, afflicting those lacking in utter faith. Plague zombies act like your typical zombie, mindless, shambling, and cannibalistic. They are hard to kill and generally require a traumatic blow to the head to kill them. It has been observed that some psychers appear to be able to control the actions of the zombie hordes. On affected worlds, a once loyal man may survive by pledging new allegiance to the Chaos Gods. This is problematic in the extreme for any Imperial reclamations because, as well as the zombies themselves, they are forced to fight hordes of cultists who have had plenty of time to take over the planet's defenses. A new branch of the Inquisition known as the Ordo Sepulturum has been formed specifically to investigate the combat and the whereabouts and the lives and the thoughts and everything associated with the zombie threat. There may have been numerous noted similarities between the plague and the operation of the Golden Throne. Increased study of the plague by Thorian inquisitors have led them to believe that its study can help them understand the Emperor of mankind's life after undeath. However, every attempt at creating a stable faith virus has led to mutation in the sample. One theory among the Thorian inquisitors is that the plague is an offshoot of the technology used to create the Golden Throne, and may have been created by the dark mechanicum that reside within the Eye of Terror. As it comes from lexicanum.com. That is the overview of the plague zombie. Now, we're going to be talking about some practical uses of these guys. I'll be sharing some of the experiences that I've had with them and some of the more recent bat reps. Some of them have been posted, some of them have not been posted. I'm also going to give you a sneak peek at the battle report that I had with one of my best friends, Dan. And so you'll get a real, I'm talking like really, really small sneak peek because I don't want to give anything away from this bat rep. I'll explain the plague zombie portion of it, but I'm not going to give away the outcome or anything like that. I will not say yes or no in the affirmative, Clayton. That's just what I'm going to do. Okay, that's my plan of action. If you're okay with the plan, then I suggest that you stay. If you're not okay with it, then make some popcorn and make it feel better. Then you can, maybe have some chicken wings as well. Why do I do that to myself and just make myself want some chicken wings? Let's talk about the plague zombies right here. Ooh, ooh. Here's another image. I grabbed this off of Google Images. I have no idea who did this. They're fantastic looking plague zombies, or I think they're plague zombies. They might actually be little lesser unclean ones. I don't know the exact name of the demons version. Okay, I don't play demons. I play chaos, just so you know. And if this is your image, then I apologize for not crediting you, because I don't know who made this. And if you don't want me to put this up here because of not wanting to share your beautiful work, then I will take it down. But let's see this. Okay, we're going to start with Cody Roo's bat rep. You're going to have to excuse the fuzzy image. This is a screenshot taken from video. That's why Cody Roo's legs are fuzzy. But the models on the table are semi-fuzzy, semi-not fuzzy. So you can see the gist of it, okay? This is like the second time that I fielded plague zombies. The reason why is because I was at Valhalla, and I had access to zombies and Typhus. I didn't want to be proxying zombies without Typhus. That just felt wrong. You can put Market Dave on everything else, but not that. Just let me tell you, okay? I have standards, just so you know, okay? All right, so let's talk about the plague zombies used here. You see that large grouping of miniatures at the forefront of the screen. Those are the plague zombies. How many are in that squad? Between 30 and 35. I think it's 35. The reason why I don't know exactly is because, like I said, it's fuzzy, and I don't remember because I have a 5-second memory. But what I do remember is this, is that they were a lot of fun. They were a great tar pit unit. That's what plague zombies do. They tar pit your opponent. They tar pit whatever unit they touch, even a group of Terminators. And the reason why is because they are fearless and they have feel no pain. So they're not going to be running away. They just don't know better. They don't know that running is an option. They are mindless. They just stay there until they are all dead, or until you are all dead. It's all or nothing with the plague zombies. And that's exactly what I like, because I'm an all or nothing type of guy. That's just how I am. So I relate to the plague zombies. Now going to the right, upper right a little bit, you see a rhino there, and you see some plague marines behind them. Very good idea is to back them up with a stronger unit. I'll call them an elite unit because they are an elite unit, unless you have a lord with a Mark and Nurgle and makes them troops choices. But basically they're elites because they're categorized in the elite section if you just bring them by themselves. They're much stronger for obvious reasons. Plague zombies, plague marines rather, they're a good support to your zombies. And then going up a little bit more, there is a dreadnought, just your garden variety, Hellbrute. There's nothing special there. I'm going to be absolutely honest. The Hellbrute isn't the best unit in the Chaos Space Marine Army. I'm sorry, Hellbrute. It's just you suck. I can't help it. You can't hide suckiness. If you suck, then you wear clothes that suck, and you can't hide. Because the reason why you're wearing clothes is to hide your nakedness. And so if everything sucks, then... Okay, let's go on to the Nurgle Defi that's at the top. He was in this game. He was Nurglified, although you can't really give Nurgle anything to Defi. You just basically model him green. That's the best, absolute best case scenario. So some supporting units here. It did provide a good distraction, let me tell you. Okay, having Defi's pie plate from the back, shooting off those cannons and blasting hordes of your opponent. I happen to be fighting against orcs here, so that was a good unit to have in support of the zombies. Everything is going to be revolving around the zombies here because that's the topic of the show today, and that was the main unit of the armies that I fielded in these battle reports. So, good choice. Plague Marines and Defilers are good supporting units for Plague Zombies, let me just say. Plague Zombies are toughness 3. They do have slow and purposeful, which means you're not going to be running anywhere fast. Like, there's just no, like, shooting phase, you're stuck. You can't be doing any additional movement. Also, there's no overwatch because you don't have shooting weapons. Your shooting weapons become blunt objects that you just use to kill your opponent with. It says so in the codex. Yeah, you don't have any additional anything there. It's basically close combat attacks, which isn't bad. It's quite a few of them. And you're equally as cheap. Now, the one thing that I must say that you gotta do in order to unlock the Plague Zombie ability is to bring this guy right here. This is Typhus. This particular Typhus was painted by Brush for Hire. Thank you very much, Austin. Just wanted to say that because see that little familiar there on his base? That little guy reminds me of, bet you $1 million. You guys had this thought come in your mind, this name, and you were wondering if I was going to say the same name, but probably not because there wasn't a name that came to my mind. So that's why this filler answer came after the fact. I still don't have a name. Maybe you guys do. Maybe you can leave your suggestion as to what you think that little familiar reminds you of. Anyway, Typhus. Typhus has to lead the army. He's got to be the warlord, man. In order to have Plague Zombies, you need Typhus. That's the rule. Can't cheat. No proxying either. Not for Typhus. He's a special character. Lord, Chaos Lord with Mark and Nurgle, he can have the Mark of Dave. But Typhus cannot. Let me just say. Now, Typhus by himself, he's actually not bad. He is not bad, I will say that. He's not the best HQ in the Codex. He's not the worst HQ. As we flip to page 61 of the Chaos Space Marine Codex, we will learn that Typhus has Psychic Mastery level 2. And he's got to choose them from the Nurgle discipline. So you can have 2 lesser abilities or 1 strong one. The one that I like to get is, what's the one that you roll a 5 or a 6 you get? What's it called off the top of my head? Can I remember without looking it up? This is the test. Plague Wind. There you go. I don't mind getting that one because it's a large blast ability, and that's all your psychic powers though, because it's Warp Charge 2. It takes up everything. I had to learn that the hard way, and when I say the hard way, I mean like cheating accidentally because I rolled for that and then I got it and then I rolled again and I took another one. I didn't mean to do that. I learned after the fact, and I put a little note in the battle report afterwards because I played with it during the game. Now, it didn't really make much of a difference in the game, and I'm not going to tell you which game I did this for, but it's just learn from my mistake. Okay, Warp Charge 2, keep that in mind. Gift of Contagion with Typhus, that's a fun psychic ability because you just get to weaken your opponents, and whenever you do that, you kind of mess with their minds, and that's always fun. No matter what it is, even if the ability isn't that strong, the fact that you're messing with your opponent's abilities, it brings a lot of chaotic, nurgly joy to my veins. Once again, not the word I was thinking of originally. But, Weapon Virus, that's number 1. That's actually kind of fun too. I really like that one. Basically, a single enemy unit in 24 inches gets hot on all ranged weapons. Now it says unit, so it doesn't specify infantry unit or anything like that. So if you target a tank and the bolters on it have the gets hot rule, like that's pretty sweet. That is something that you're gonna have to watch out for. Okay, so Weapon Virus is no picnic. Also, if you're targeting a unit that has like a bunch of shooting and they're shooting at you, and it's just a bunch of dinky weapons, man, just picture a whole bunch of bolt pistols having gets hot. See, that's when life gets fun, and that's when Typhus becomes that much better. because it's like a built-in ability that you have to take, so you might as well enjoy it as you're taking it, because Typhus isn't... He's not my number one choice, let me just say, okay? Alright? I'm going to be honest. I wouldn't bring him by himself without bringing Plague Zombies. They come hand in hand. You gotta bring both. He's 230 points. He's kind of hefty, you know? A Demon Prince, he's not many more points. And he's a lot more powerful on the scale of Awesome Sauce HQ characters out of the Chaos Codex. So just keep that in mind. I would rate him a 7 out of 10. That's what I would give Typhus. He's got his demon weapon, so that's good. You get a good amount of attacks there. And let's not forget the Destroyer Hive. So that's where you put a large blast over him, and anything that covers him, whether it's friend or foe, it takes a hit. And you do that once per game. That's like one of those Karn abilities where you just destroy things around you. I like it. What is our model count, ladies and gentlemen? I am curious. It doesn't show up in my program here. And I'm not going to fiddle around with the other windows that are open here because I don't want to mess anything up. I want this smoothness to continue. It is good for lives when that happens. Nobody? What? Drewski, that can't be correct. Is that right? Is it 145? Well, today is a good day, let me just say. That is awesome. I like it. I'm a happy person. Let's go on to some other lists that I have used the Plague Zombies with. Shall we? Let's do it. You know what? We'll go to that one after. We'll go to... Let's see. Yeah, we'll go to this one first. Okay. Now, this battle report has not been posted, so you will get the full outcome of what happens here. I'm not going to tell you whether I won or lost the game. I will just comment on the zombies in this list. You're looking at a 1,250 point list. Deafy is there for show. He is not there as part of the army. He's just the mascot cheering them on. You see Typhus down there. He's leading the army. 3 squads of Plague Zombies. 35-man squads. There's a lot of miniatures in this list. And you can obviously tell that it's not strong. Okay, let me just say that off the bat. I was overzealous and I was really excited to field Plague Zombies. I wanted them to just go out there and, you know, wreck up a lot of stuff. And I just wanted to throw bodies at my opponent. That's what I wanted to do. I just got Typhus in at this point, and I was excited to have him. I was in the honeymoon phase of Plague Zombie, so that's why the off-balance list here. But still, I wanted to experiment with it. It was an experimental list. So going to the bottom right there, you see Havocs. And although those are long weapons, those are missile launchers. Okay, your eyes are deceiving you. That is something that you need to get them checked for. I know this doctor. He is a really good warp doctor, and he can make you see chaotic things as they truly are. Once you have that surgery done, then you will see the Mark of Dave in effect. No more proxying exists for you. Man, I get so off track. It is ridiculous sauce. I just wanted to give them... And you know what? Everything has the Mark and Nurgle. Just for thematic purposes. Mark and Nurgle doesn't have to be in Havocs, because Havocs you have at the back of the board, because you put missile launchers on Havocs, and so it's rare that you put anything else on them. In my experience with my list. Obviously you can do whatever you want, but that's what I do. Missile launchers on Havocs. Now, Mark and Nurgle, just for fluff purposes, they weren't shot at a bunch, but they never are. So it's still fun to have that. And you might think, well, it's a waste of points. Why would you put the Mark and Nurgle on those guys? You know, those extra points can be spent somewhere else. And that's very good logic. You know, those extra points could go towards more Plague Zombies. But I chose not to do it because I wanted it to be fluffy. Now, we got 2 chosen squads above them. And they have Meltas, as per usual, because Meltas accompany Chaos Space Marine armies, and these chosen also have Mark and Nurgle on them, just to make them a little bit more beefy in close combat. And they're in rhinos because we don't want them foot slogging, because let me tell you, those guys on the left, those 105 plague zombies were foot slogging like crazy during the game. Now, this all said, it was fun. It was a lot of fun having all those guys. Just to see the look in my opponent's face, I loved it. And I like, scrutinized the look on his face a lot. Like a lot of zooming in and seeing hyper realistic detail of his expressions, because it was pretty sweet. It was a fun banter bat rep too, just let me say. I hadn't had one like that in a while, because he came up with a buddy. They came from Florida, and so it's always a fun dynamic when I'm fighting one guy and his buddy's there, because the buddy is like, he either takes sides with his friend or he takes sides with me. And it's always funny when he subconsciously fights against his friend, because it's just, I don't know how that happens. It just happens. And it's hilarious to watch, because it's like this guy he's known. Now, I'm not saying that this happened in this situation. I'm actually thinking of another situation where this happened. And it was the funniest thing ever. It made for one of the best banter bat reps I've ever made, just because of my own personal enjoyment of watching this guy rag on his best friend. Like, you think of like a pep talk coach. He's the exact opposite. He's like the devil on your shoulder. He's like, you can't do that. Like, your dice are always unlucky. How can you even think of rolling that? What? No, don't even try. Like, just picture reactions like that the whole time, and just picture myself enjoying every second of the words that were coming out of his mouth, because, like I said, observing that is just funny. Yes. Okay, now, I suggest not doing this. Not bringing as many zombies. Okay? Too many. Now, these guys did kill a lot, but still, whether I won or lost, yeah, that's both past tense. That makes sense. It doesn't matter. I'm talking about the actual balance of the list in general. So let's go on to, nope, not that one. This one, nope, not that one. That's nothing. Come on, where is it? There you go. Okay, let's take a look at this list right here. This is 1,500 points. This is another battle report that I have not posted yet. And there are plague zombies in this list. Typhus is there. Demon Prince of Nurgle is there. Not armed with the Black Mace. He's armed with the Burning Brand of Scalathrax. Why? Because he is going up against hordes. And when you got that monstrous creature flying through the air with that torrent weapon, that becomes terrifying. And it is awesome. So, we're getting a little bit closer to the ideal list here. That is my journey. That's my goal. I am searching for that. I'm searching for the ideal Nurgle list that has plague zombies in it. This is closer. This isn't the best one, and obviously it's going to change depending on the army that you're fighting. But still, there's like, you know how you have your army? The majority of people have their army, and they don't have access to just stupid, copious amounts of models that they could just make whatever they want on the fly. So typically, a person has their army, and they can, add a unit or two to it, but they have their base army that they play with. And that's what I'm thinking of right now. I'm thinking of the ideal Nurgle list to play in a 40k game. What's the ideal 1,500 point Nurgle list? That's what I'm looking for right now. That's what I'm trying to construct. This was a lot of fun, let me tell you. This list that I fielded right here was, I would say, the most fun that I've had in the year so far, just because of the list, in terms of making bat reps. And that's kind of cheating. It's like the only one that I've done so far this year. So, but my opponent who played against me for this list, you'll know. You know, okay? You know, because you've had time to look at it, and you just know stuff. Let's talk more about the models here. 20-man squads. 2 20-man squads of plague zombies. That in and of itself is good, because, model-wise, it takes up like a third of the army, but points-wise, it's so cheap. Like, it is ridiculously cheap. And it's enough where if you get mowed down, you can still have a good amount of things to throw at your enemy, even though they've been shot a lot. And let me just say, the one warlord trait, the most redeeming warlord trait in the Chaos Space Marine Codex. Can you guess it? Gold star to whoever guesses it. This is my humble opinion. Master of Deception. D3 infantry units can infiltrate. I happen to roll it in this game, and which units did I infiltrate? Well, of course, you know. You can tell by looking at the list what I would choose. The bikes are incorrect. If you thought bikes, you're wrong. They are the zombies, of course. And doing that basically saves you 2 to 3 turns of movement for zombies because, like I said, slow and purposeful. You can't move them up. And you're foot slogging them the entire game. And you got so many of them, and it's best to bring lots of them that you don't want to waste points on vehicles to put them inside. That just doesn't make any sense at all. You want to be foot slogging them. You want them as distraction units, as fodder units, as cover units. But how does that work when everything else is in front of them? You get Master of Deception, and you infiltrate them to make it a level, even playing field. That's how it works. Plague Marines, they're there as a support once again. They're kind of the all-stars of the army. And I say that in general, not just in a Nurgle-themed list, but in the army. Plague Marines are very strong. They are, because of the change in the toughness, it just makes it so much better. Now, Chosen, they're there as well. They're just basically an add-on unit. I had points left over and I had to spend them. That's why they're there. I added them. Now, I armed everything with flamers because I was fighting against hordes. And then bikers in the back. The bikers had meltas because I wanted them to be able to do some sort of damage. Now, in terms of firepower, this is not a strong list. Not at all. It is a fast, get in your face, be stuck in close combat for the rest of the game list. So if you're willing to play that style, then this list is for you. I like that style. I like close combat. With 6th edition, close combat is seen less and less. It's more and more I am seeing which guns are better and which ones am I seeing that can kill you the best. That's the kind of lists that are being built. So the bigger, stronger guns that you have, the more likely you're going to win. That's kind of the way it's going and the way it has been going for a while. But close combat, I will always be in favor of close combat because it's just the idea of it. Just think about that for a second, fluff-wise. We're in the future. Why should there be any reason at all for close combat? Shouldn't everything just be shooting? Like, why would anyone leave their, warship? Why don't you just do ship battles? Why would you leave it? I just think it's interesting. It brings us back to that primitive state. And that's what zombies are. They're primitive in nature. And zombies are the same whether you're 40,000 years in the future or whether you're in fantasy medieval times. They're about the same. See, they're the ones that are no respecter of persons. They don't change. So, going back to what we were talking about earlier, which is the sneak peek of Dan's bat rep. Who would like to see that clip right now? I think I'm going to play it before we do the Chaos Comment Bomb. That's what I'm going to do. And I have something very special prepared for that. It's a special video that you're going to see. But, yep, all in favor. Say, Nurgling. Let's do it. Now, I warn you, I'm not going to show you much of it at all. Okay, you might be mad when I stop it. I'm going to stop it very soon. And you're also going to see the new intro to the Reign of Chaos series. All of the Shrine of Chaoses, does that work plural-wise? If it doesn't, then you're just going to have to live with it. They're going to be Reign of Chaos themed. So whatever it happens to be that period of time, that's what the topic will be in the Shrine for that episode. So right now it's all Nurgle. It's going to be something Nurgle. That's why we're doing Plague Zombies. So let's go on to sneak peek of the Bat Rip with Dan.
MiniWarGaming's Reign of Chaos.
MiniWarGamer Dave here from MiniWarGaming.com. Welcome, Wargamers, to your drum. I am so excited. This is awesome. How often do we get to see Dan?
Every morning in the mirror.
That's you. Well, you're it. That's you answering the question.
Who else are you talking to?
I'm talking to you today.
Okay.
Right now.
We're good.
Yeah, are we? Reign of Chaos. That's what this is. I'm fielding Nurgle, and Dan is fielding Orcs, as per usual. My head looks so big. There we go. It is really big. Now it's the same size. Green screen. Gee, what you got going?
You better put like an epic battle scene behind me.
Okay, yeah, I'll do it right now. Oh, that's failed.
And I bring the Daka in this list. It's all about the Daka. More Daka.
Bringing jets for it. I don't have any flyers.
Daka guns and more Daka. Some Ludas. Good catch. Good catch.
That was pretty good. It was not bad.
8, and 7 Ludas. Shock attack gun. Oh, I brought him so long. You better roll double sixes on your bikes.
That's pretty sweet.
12 normal bikes, 12 normal. There's like tons of knobs mixed in here, but only the guy popping wheelie is a knob here, and the guy that looks like a war boss, he's just a knob. And everyone else is just normal boys. Just use all the bikes.
So he's like the kid in kindergarten who grew up faster than everyone else.
Exactly. And then we have one that guy. Make this up.
That's it. Okay, I told you. That's what I told you. Okay, now let's do a model count. After I get a model count, I'm going to give out some prizes. And then at the end of the show, I'll give out some more prizes. That's how it works. That's what's going to happen right now. Because we like getting gifts of chaos. That's what we're going to do. What is it? Model count. Come on, let me see it. What is the model count, you ask? If you've never heard of that terminology before, as it pertains to the viewership, that means how many viewers are currently watching the show right now. 151? Good. So, let's do a basing kit. All right? I'm going to grab the viewership list right now, and I'm going to open up a website called random.org. And I'm going to plunk this viewership list into random.org, and I'm going to pick a random name and give the prize to that person. Now, you got to be logged in on Twitch in order for your name to show up on the viewership list. Just so you know. If you don't log in, then you're not going to have a chance. There will be zero chance. Oh, okay. Come on now. Okay, it's not working. The thing is just going around in an endless Eye of Terror circle, and it's not showing the viewership list. This happened last time. Do you guys remember that? I remember. I will wait for it. I'll wait for it to show up. What was the other option going to be if it didn't happen? Do you guys remember? Do you remember from 2 weeks ago when Dan was in the Shrine of Chaos with me? There was another option. And the other option was to do something else to make sure that, we can give these out in a fair manner. Let's take a look at what this consists of. Okay, we have some green, static, grassy flock there, and then we have some gravel, and then we have some really, really deep green grass. We have some tufts up top there, and then we have the basing glue, and then we have a brush to apply it all. It's a very basic set, but it works. Okay, it's not showing up. I'm sorry. I still want to give out these things, though, so this is what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to think of a number. No, that's not a good idea. I will ask a question, and the first person to write the correct answer will receive this. Okay, you got to write it in the chat. Okay, stop it. Keeps on popping up saying that it doesn't work. I know it can't work. If you can comment, are you logged in? I believe so, because your name is showing up in the chat. So if your name is showing up in the chat, then I can grab, well, typically I can grab your name from the viewership list, but I can't right now. Let's try here. Maybe this will work. Maybe this will work. Nope, that's not working either, man. Well, that's what happens when you rely on Twitch. Twitch is good for many things. And this, and not so much. Hold on. Oh, you guys are writing numbers. Just think of the thing I'm thinking of. I didn't actually think of a number, so it doesn't matter what you put. It would have been wrong. I just have to say it. So, what's the question? Okay, I'm going to open up the codex. And... oh, you know what? I'm going to open up to Plague Zombies. Why didn't I do that? Why didn't I do that? Maybe it should be a fair question. A fair question as in, if you don't play Chaos Space Marines, then you should be able to win too. I think not. This is called the Shrine of Chaos. And so you got to come chaotically prepared. So if you don't play Chaos, that is just too bad. That's to your detriment. You thought I was going to go soft there. Here we go. What is Fragment of Immortality? Tell me the universal special rule that is. I will give you a hint. I am reading this from the Chaos Boon Table. Okay. Mystics, you got to help me judge here. And this is the only... okay, again, I'll ask the question. Fragment of Immortality. If your name is Azurian 01, then you are correct, because it means Eternal Warrior. And yeah, Goliath Online, Eternal Dwarf, Russell Duster, you guys are a little bit too late. Azurian 01 is the first one to say it. Now, Mystics, let's verify that, okay? Do you also see that username as the first to, you know, come up as that? Not seeing your response, Mystics. Okay, well, let's just say that that's correct. Okay, congratulations. Mystics will collect your information for shipping purposes. I just got a message from Jaruski saying that he emailed me the list of viewers. Now, if that is right, then I will plunk that into random.org. Oh, look at that. You are right. Hey, see, that's why we have friends in life. That's why we have friends, because look at that. That's just so good, man. Okay, let's see it. Randomize. Okay. Number 8. Who's number 8 on the list? I4TD. You get the second one. Congratulations. Excuse me. Excusez-moi. I apologize. So, are we good so far? Okay. Should I do one more? You know what? I'm going to do them all. And then I'll give away the Plague Marine Nurgle terrain at the end. At the very end. That's what I will do. Let's do this again. Hold on. I got to verify with Mystics. Okay. Yep, it's good. Okay, everything good so far? Thank you, Drewski, for that. Everyone should thank Drewski for this. If it was for him, this wouldn't be going so smoothly. Okay? It's all good. So, let's generate the number again. Number 57. That would be Little Duders. Congratulations, Little Duders. This is your basing kit. Now, Little Duders, is that the same Little Duders that I know, that I have come to know? Because if it is, this is that much more special. That's pretty sweet. I just gotta say, I'm happy that I saw that. That makes me happy. All right, now next one. 85. Who is that? Who's 85? Kavan 1. Khavan 1. If you are this individual, then Demon Prince will visit you in your sleep. And that is how you will receive this. You're not going to get it in the mail. You will get it via Demon Prince. You understand? There's a difference. The big difference is that it might have some scratch marks on it. Felicitaciones. Now this one is the last one that we will be giving away today. And I'm just going to verify in the chat here that that is good too. Mystics. Okay, was the last winner good? Last winner. Was the last winner? Kavan 1. Yeah, okay, I see your name there. All good. Last one. 40. Who's 40? Rohirimo. Rohirrimo. Rohirrimo. That's how I will say your name. And that's how I will remember it. Congratulations on your basing supply kit. Chaos Comment Bomb time. Who do we have for that? This is a fun one because this person made a video and it's called Warhammer 40k Khorne Demon Army. That's the name of the YouTube video. If you're not sure with how this works, this is how this works. I'm going to post a link in the chat. If you're watching the recorded show afterwards, I'm going to post a link in the video description. Click on this link. It'll bring you to a YouTube video which will be plastered with chaotic comments. The chaotic comments that will accompany this video could be something to the effect of the Eye of Terror sees you, or the Shrine of Chaos has been looking at your demon army for a while and is liking what it sees. You could say Dave says hi and says that you're a good person because you collect demons. These are just suggestions. You really put whatever you want. We are chaos comment bombing this person. If the comments are connected to this person's phone, the idea is to make the phone explode. We want this to just go like shrapnel into the walls of the shower, because that's what happened to... You know who you are. You told me at Gen Con. Yep, that's what happened. That was pretty fun. I hope this happens again. You know what? Just for fun, I'm going to go to the video here, and I'm going to click on the thing that updates the comments. This video is semi-old as well. Am I not looking in the right spot? Because I'm not seeing any comments here, man. Okay, I'm going to look and see if that link worked. Did the link work? There we go. Yes. I posted the link in the video chat. I will post it again for those who didn't see it. Same video. Have fun on your audit. Just don't wear plaid. Well, I'll have to look at this video later because I'm not seeing the updated comments. It's not happening. I don't know where. Oh, here they are. Here. Oh, there's only a couple. Bowtie Fitness has some good videos. Check them out. This is a good video. I like the Corn Demon Army. It's pretty sweet sauce. Now, let's go back to this shrine. You know what we're going to do now? We are going to do a little bit of this because this is important for people. I would ask that in addition to whatever you would like to say, that we keep the topics on plague zombies. If you have any questions or chaotic comments regarding plague zombies, please give the Shrine of Chaos a call, and it shall be answered. And it will be scrutinized and recorded in the chaotic books of history, and you're going to be able to reference it in your library of demon sauce. There's like a good 10-second delay. You know, in that 10 seconds, I'm going to take you know what? In the meantime, let me talk about why this hair is happening. I'm preparing myself, and for those of you who are watching the vlog series that I've started explaining all this, I'm preparing myself to be in a web series. There's an available spot to play one of the Rangers. The web series is called The Rangers, and it's fantasy based, and it's going to have orcs and archers, and I want to be a part of this project. And so I'm preparing myself for it, and I'm going to answer this, and I'll get back to the subject later. Oh, is that right? I can't help it if you're not worthy to enter the Shrine of Chaos. It's just something that, you know, it's either you're born with the gift. Welcome to the Shrine of Chaos. Do you collect Tau?
No, I do not. I collect Eldar.
Then you may enter. What is your name, good sir?
My name is Taylor. I'm watching it right now, by the way. So.
Your name is Taylor? You are Taylor.
Yes, I am.
Are you the Taylor?
Yes.
Okay. So, what is your chaotic comment or question?
Yeah. What game are these plague zombies for?
The plague zombies are for Warhammer 40k. Now, I'm assuming that you are talking about... Wait, hold on. Now I got a bunch of questions for you. Have you played Warhammer 40k before?
No, I have not. I don't really have anybody around me to play with.
But you collect Eldar.
I have a small group at that. It really sucks. But I do have a Wraith Knight, so I can say that.
Oh, wow. That's a relatively new model for not playing the game, which is interesting. So you're a collector of models. You're a miniature collector / painter, I'm assuming. You know what? That's cool. That's cool. That's not everyone plays the game, right? Whether it's because of lack of other players to play with or whatever the reason may be, that is sweet. So, yes, they are for Warhammer 40k. They are for the Chaos Space Marine Army, and they are, I would call it an upgrade without it costing more points, other than the fact that you need a special HQ character, Typhus, in order to bring plague zombies. But that's what plague zombies are. They make your army Nurglified if you are Chaos Space Marines.
You, Nurgles.
Did you say you, Nurgles?
Yes, I prefer Zinch.
You prefer Zinch. Well, no pun intended. You might change your mind.
No, I don't like his backstory.
You don't like whose backstory? Zinch's? So you changed your mind already.
No, I don't like Nurgles.
You don't like Nurgle, so you're back to Nurgle now.
No.
That was sweet, man. Okay, so Taylor, you are always welcome in the Shrine of Chaos because, well, Eldar, they're friends. They're tricksy though, man. Like you tricky Eldar.
Trickery. The Eldar trickery.
The Eldar trickery, I must say, it's admirable.
It's cuddly.
Are you Farseer?
No, I'm Banshee, if anything.
You're a Banshee. I was just repeating what you were saying. It sounded like it was judgmental tone, but I speak in weird tones, man. So,
I know. I watch your banter bat reps.
You do? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm saying that, but I'm gonna let you go because there's. See this person rudely interrupting. They're not gonna come in, but the person after them will because they said please.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Later, brother.
Okay.
One more call. I will accept one more call, and then I'm going to talk about the thing I was talking about before the call came in. Taylor, you're always welcome back. You can be the Taylor of the Shrine of Chaos. You can sow what everyone reaps. Welcome to the Shrine of Chaos. Do you collect Tau?
One more call. I will accept one call. No, I do not collect Tau.
Am I speaking to myself here? I hear myself in the background.
I just turned you down.
You did? You turned me down. What did I do to you?
Well, I have the delay.
Okay, so there's a lot of Voxcaster happening here, so I'm going to have to ask, what is your name?
My name is 420.
Okay, now that sounded funny with the beep because I heard beep 420. So are you swearing at me now? Is that what's happening?
No.
You say no like you are, so that's a yes. I'm going to call you 420. How about that?
That's fine. I watch your shows all the time. I love them.
I thank you, man. I watch your shows too. Don't think I'm joking. Like, I watch your shows. I watched it 2 days ago. It's pretty sweet sauce. Do you like to put sweet sauce on your chicken wings?
I do.
Yeah, it's pretty good, man. What's your chaotic question?
Well, I don't play Chaos, but if I were to start one, I'd want to start one with Korn and Zinch. Because I really like both of them. Do you think that having them as my primary troop choices would be a good idea, and then building around that?
So, you're talking about a subject that I will be covering later on in the Reign of Chaos series. But I will give you I'll give you like tidbits of thoughts that I have on it right now. I'm going to go more in depth later on. But I am partial to Korn. I always have been because of the close combat goodness. You know, the blood spilling and drinking and just Karn. You got Karn in there. I would say, close combat over psychic, because that's what Zinch is. But here's the thing, man. Korn got nerfed in 6th edition. So it's a really tough call because you might like it personally, but it all depends on how much you like winning. Because right now, my impression is without having played a lot of Korn-themed Chaos armies, is that Korn loses more than it wins. That's my initial impression. Okay? So Zinch stands a better chance just because you got your invulnerable saves and you got your psychic abilities. But that's so tough, man. It is tough. So I'm going to stay neutral on the subject, but just seeing my reaction and my feelings about the armies that I've been talking about right now, you're going to have to decipher between all of that confuzzleness because I don't even know right now. Right now I like playing Nurgles because I am playing Nurgle in the Reign of Chaos. When I am focusing on these other armies, I'll probably enjoy playing them the most at the time. That's how it should be, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
What do you play right now?
Well, right now I play Loyalist Salamander Successors.
Hold on. Loyalist Tau Successors. That's what I heard.
Salamander.
I said Salamander. Are you making fun of my accent?
No, I thought you said Tau. Ugh, scary Tau.
I love it, man. I love life. You like chicken wings?
Of course.
That's really good because they love you. It's good, man. Okay, you are always welcome back in the Shrine of Chaos, Mr. 420.
Thank you.
And I shall talk to you later.
Have a wonderful day.
Mr. 420. I honestly didn't hear the first part of that. There was a beep, so I'm not allowed to say that, man. You can't say words that have beeps over top of them. One more call. Just one more, because things happen in threes. Oh, by the way, this is a shout out to Thavian because I'm wearing the shirt that Thavian made me at Valhalla. I am wearing it because it's a good shirt. It has long sleeves, and it is darn cold right now. Welcome to the Shrine of Chaos.
Hello.
You know what? I just pressed the speakerphone button, and it automatically went to speakerphone. Before I've been pressing the talk button, then speakerphone, but I just cut my workload in half. Isn't that sweet sauce?
That's insane. You're
What?
blowing my mind.
What is your name?
Dylan.
Your name is Dylan?
Yep.
Like the guy from 90210 20 years ago?
Perhaps. Maybe
Perhaps.
named after the same.
Named after a swear? Man, there's more beeps that came in when you were talking there, so there must be a lot of...
Yeah, it could be the same person.
It could be?
Might have played on 90210.
Okay.
Never know.
Are you that person?
Yes.
So you have a lot of money.
No. Not with the new changes to Games Workshop and their prices.
Oh, I guess
Nobody
that's
has
true.
money for that.
That
Nobody
is
got
true.
money for that.
No, man. What army do you collect?
Dark Eldar.
Dark Decadent Eldar.
Yes.
The darkest of the dark. Okay, Mr. Slanesh, what is your chaotic question?
I was just wondering what your thoughts would be on taking Typhus and then 6 slots of full-on plague zombies for the wolves and just seeing what would happen.
You know what? I plan on doing that in a bat rep. I am going to do it within the Reign of Chaos Nurgle coverage. I am going to do it. And I will have very intimate thoughts when I am doing that. But my thoughts before I do it,
Yes.
I just think it would be a buttload of ton of fun. Yes, man.
It's just going to be a wave of Nurgle delicious zombies.
I think so. It's either going to be that, or it's going to be like my enemy just kills me the entire game, and they just can't kill me because there aren't enough turns in the game to kill all of me. Like, whatever's going to happen, there's just going to be a lot of good-looking stuff on the table. Like, let me just say, because that's a lot. Let's do the math here. How many is that?
6 times 20, right? Plus Typhus.
Well, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna go 6 times 35.
Alright.
So
Math can't do.
I think it 200. That's 210. I think, is that 210? That sounds like 210 to me.
I don't know. Hang on. I got to open up the calculator app. What am I supposed to do?
35 times 6.
Wait. Quick. Hang on. 35 times 6. Math. 210.
Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of zombies, man. That's
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Wow.
thinking the only thing that might be able to stop that is just a venom spam, you know? Otherwise, ain't nobody going to have enough shots for 210 plague zombies.
yeah. Like they're eventually gonna get to you, right?
Right. Okay, and one last quick question. When do you think they're going to finally get around to updating the Dark Eldar Codex? Because I'm sick of playing one way if I want to win.
I don't follow that too much, man. So, do I think it's going to be... You know what? There is actually... Who was talking about this? Jay was talking about the the rumors of the upcoming updates.
Okay.
And Orcs is in there. And Dark
I think your
Eldar.
orcs are going to get it before us.
I think they will get it before. I could be wrong, obviously. I have no idea. But
Right.
my feeling is that it's going to be before the Dark Eldar. Yeah, I think the Green Tide will be swamming before the Glass Hammer breaks. That's what I think, man.
Well, you could make the Green Tide beforehand via plague zombies. But I'm going to let you go, brother.
Okay, you're always welcome back in the Shrine of Chaos, Mr. Dylan.
All right, take it easy.
You too. Last call. that was the last one. Okay, before we go, I'm going to tell you a little bit about this because you just have to know the backstory behind this. That is a picture that I took in front of the Shrine of Chaos backdrop. What is this for? This is for the Rangers. This is an unofficial picture. This is just a picture that I took here in the office just strictly for fun. Nothing more than that. It was all for fun because I am preparing myself for this role. Hence the long hair. If there wasn't long hair, it wouldn't look as convincing. I gotta look like a ranger. Gotta look like a guy who uses swords and a bow and arrow. And I started the exercise because gained some weight after Valhalla. Off season. That's what I'll call it. I call it the off season. There's got to be reasons why we're working towards fitness. At least that's how it works in this. That's how it works. That's what I do. That's what I need. And I also need the public accountability. That's why I'm telling you this now. I am making a vlog series of the preparation that I am doing for the Rangers series. There is a role available to play one of the Rangers, and I want to play one of the Rangers. That's what I want. I want to be one of those Rangers in that web series. I can taste it, man. Like I'm gonna prepare myself. I'm gonna be a Ranger. I'm gonna do everything I can in my power to get that role because I want it. I can taste it, and I just think it'd be a lot of fun. I saw the other short film that Ron Newcomb made. That's the name of the director of this. I met him at Gen Con. That's how I know about this. And he was telling me about the Rangers, and I think it's a great, fantastic idea. He's made a feature film. It's called Rise of the Fellowship or The Fellow's Hip. Either search will come up. And it's independent film. That's what it is. So it's not Hollywood. It's independent film. It's won awards at film festivals, and it's pretty sweet, man. So for all of us who follow indie films, it's a fun watch. It's a good watch. And for everyone who likes fantasy and Lord of the Rings, you'll like this because you'll appreciate the references made to it in this feature, Rise of the Fellowship. But the Rangers, that's the new project. That's what I'm working towards. That's what I want to become, a Ranger. I've already started the exercise. This is almost the end of the 2 weeks since I started, and this will be documented in the vlog series, which will be on the MWG Vlogs YouTube channel, and so you'll see it there. It's not going to be on the main channel. It's a side project for me. It's kind of happening it's osmosis. It's kind of happening all together as everything else is happening, and this won't interfere with everything else that I'm doing at MiniWarGaming. This is something on the side yet here at the same time. So just so you know, that's why the long hair is happening, and because I don't prefer having long hair, but maybe I can make it work. Because right now it's just like it's hair this is the style of hair right now, is don't go in my eyes style. So it just falls to the side. That's it. I've never had long hair before, ever, but I plan on growing it until May. Like apparently it grows like half an inch a month, so it's gonna be even longer. It's got to it's blowing in the wind effect, man. Like it's got to happen. Otherwise, might as well just have a buzz cut. And that's not going to happen. So, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me today on the Shrine of Chaos. It's been a lot of fun. Make sure... I got this Nurgle terrain that I'm going to give away. Yeah, you think I forgot there, huh? Well, you'd be right. I did forget. But I didn't forget now, so it's coming on. It's coming at you, okay? First off, who wants this stuff? Do you guys think it's a good idea that this stuff is happening? Just let me know. Oh, thank you, Mystics. Yeah, that's what that Skype message was. So, piece number 1. This is the piece that is being... raffled right now. This is a lot of fun for scenario play and just for fun. This is a gross piece of terrain, as it should be. It should be gross. little bit of wear on it. I've had it for a couple years at least, but that's what gives it character. Are you ready for this? It's coming out. It's coming at you. You're going to get it. You are going to get it. Who is it here? Mr. Dansan. No, Mr. Danson. Mr. Dan, S-A-N. You are the winner of this piece of terrain. Who are you? Let me know who you are. Are you in the chat? If you respond in the chat, then I know that you are still here and that this is your piece of terrain that's going to happen. It looks sick. That's a funny joke. Okay, I'm going to assume that you're there. You got to contact Mystics, okay? Just make sure that he's there. Second piece of terrain. This is more like your factory. This is a Nurglified factory. Let's see who the winner is here. Overlord _ Elexvin. Yes. Overlord Elexvin. You are the winner of this piece of terrain. Congratulations. If you win stuff, just respond in the chat, and so I know. Okay. Last piece of terrain. The last piece. This is hard. It's hard for me to part with this stuff. One would think, Dave, you should have kept it for the Reign of Chaos, especially doing the Nurgle. Why aren't you keeping this terrain? Got to share the love. Got to do it. The best gifts are those that we love most, and this is good Nurgly stuff, man. Like it'll work really well. Last winner. Silogy. P-S-I-L-O-G-Y. Silogy. Congratulations, Silogy, for winning this piece of terrain, because this is the prized one out of the three. This is my favorite one because you can put guys up top on the ledges there, and it's just so sick looking, and it's awesome. I'm gonna miss it. I miss this terrain, so treat it well. Okay, it served a lot of good purposes here, but it's time to say goodbye. Now, I'm gonna wait about 30 seconds, and I'm going to make sure that everyone has claimed their prize, in the chat at least. Okay? So if Mystics confirms that this has happened, because it's hard for me to look at the chat right now, and you don't want me to look at the chat, because if I look at the chat, a Ron Burgundy thing is going to start happening. I'm going to start reading every single comment that I see, and then you're going to purposely write stuff to see if I'll say it, and I will say it, so I'm not going to do it right now because I'm not going to fall into that trap. But this is the terrain that's given out. It's like 20 seconds left of me waiting to 30 to see if you guys are here. Let me hold up this guy in the meantime. Typhus. Typhus, you've been popular for a long time. And the fact that you make plague zombies makes you even more popular. All three confirmed? Okay, thank you very much. So, last model count before we go, and I will see you in 2 weeks. And in that time, I would have posted Bat Reps would have been posted. It's hard to speak in the conditional sense because it's like not quite futuristic, but it is. So by the time the next show comes, you probably would have seen a few Bat Reps. There you go. A few Reign of Chaos Bat Reps with Nurgle themed stuff. And tomorrow my opponent is somebody that has played in a couple Bat Reps so far, and he's an awesome opponent. And he's a lot of fun to play against because, see, this guy, man, I couldn't stop laughing where he just told me where he was from, and I was laughing. And not because the place that he's from is actually funny, but because I thought he said something else. And so I don't even remember where he's from. I just think it's the place where I thought he said, and it's just one of those situations. He's good. He's a good banterer. Okay? He's actually so good that if he lived closer, I'd want to hire him to make content. That's how good this guy is in Bat Reps, and you've seen him before. So you'll see him later again. I thank you for joining, and I'll see you in a couple weeks.